Shall I introduce myself to you?
Yes. Hi, my name is Julia, and I'm sitting with...
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the mother of the Julia.
That's true. You're also the executive director of the nonprofit that hosts this truck.
That's true, too.
Yeah, and we're here at Pride.
We are.
Am I... Okay. All right.
Which...
So, okay.
Well, you sat me in the guest chair.
I did. So technically I'm in the host chair, but I just more want to have a conversation.
Let's have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I came out to you as queer. Mm-hmm. And then about a year later, you came out to me as queer.
Yeah.
Sitting in a coffee shop. And that's really special. I think that's a really special thing.
I agree. It is a very special thing. Yeah.
So you've always identified as pansexual.
Once I learned the term, which I didn't know was a thing, I thought I was bisexual for, since I was probably in the 5th grade. I didn't know the word bisexual either, but I'd had an experience with a classmate, and I was like, oh, I really liked that. And she started it, and we were like 5th grade or something, 6th grade. And then I was like, cool. And then she was like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. And I was like crushed. Oh. And I didn't understand. And then I got older and I learned about bisexuality. And I thought, well, that fits. That must be me. And then it was 2011, and I was with your Auntie Heidi at the college she was working at the time. And she was doing a diversity and equity and inclusion training before DEI even existed, with the staff of the college that she works at, so that they know how to work with students that don't identify now with queer LGBTQ community. And she was going through this massive list of terminologies, which has tripled since then. And we were all going around this big table with the staff and reading the definitions one by one. And somebody read the definition of pansexual, and I got stuck. And I didn't hear the other things. I kind of skimmed it, and I went right back, and I was like, oh my God, that's me. And then you came out.
Also as pansexual. Like mother, like daughter. But my issue is I just can't choose.
See? Pan works. You don't have to make a decision.
And it's more about kind of loving the human that's in front of you rather than the gender.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the gender. It's about the human in front of you. And then when you came out as queer, I was like, queer. I'm 51, you're 22. Mm-hmm. Queer, up until very recently, was a gay slur. Mm-hmm. It was a bad word. You didn't say queer. Mm-hmm. And I love that the LGBTQ community has reclaimed it and refashioned it. And I started thinking about what queer means, and I asked you, what does queer mean, Julia?
Yeah, queer is my favorite term to use, partially because it's been reclaimed by the queer community. For me, it is this beautiful umbrella term of I exist outside of what society has deemed acceptable or what society has deemed the norm. I personally believe that the default is straight is total BS. I think everybody exists somewhere on the spectrum of sexuality, and there are people who are all the way heterosexual, and there are people who are all the way homosexual. But I think that, like, for me, queer means I am of the rainbow. That's what I like to say.
That's so
I like to say I am of the rainbow, and I'm queer and pansexual, and I also identify as genderqueer, because for me, I don't feel like I fit under any of the specific labels, even non-binary, because it's become its own thing, even though it is specifically, similarly, I am not this one thing and I am not that one thing. But genderqueer for me has been the term under which I've found freedom.
I love that for you. Yeah. I wonder if I had been born now or, in the last 20 years, what my gender identity would feel like to me. Because I have that I have that very butch side of me that doesn't want to put on a dress to go to a black tie dinner. I want to go to Men's Warehouse and buy a suit.
I remember that from my childhood.
I do own a suit, and there's a part of me that's much more comfortable in a mask presenting exterior, but I identify as she, her, but I have that other part of me, and I'm like, what the fuck is that part then? I don't know.
Sexuality and gender identity are like similar but very different rabbit holes, and like my sexual crisis awakening was one thing, and then figuring out, like, then going, oh, there's gender there too. It's but I wonder that too about a lot of older generations. I wonder that about my grandparents all the time, because I have a couple grandparents that I have a feeling are very queer, but just weren't born in a generation where that was okay to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Julie, is there anything else you'd like to share with me?
Mom, I'm gay.
Oh my God.
Never would have known.
Not at all surprised.
Oh, I do have one thing to share.
Oh God. Let's have it.
We were at a party at my aunt's house. I was 12 or 13. And I was figuring shit out. Like, I was...
Which aunt?
Nicole.
Okay.
And I was like... I had just gotten my phone. I just started wearing makeup. I was just figuring things out. I was starting to become a teenager for the first time, really. And I remember going up to you and being like, Mom, can I use your mascara? And blah, blah, blah. And I don't really know exactly what I said in the moment, but you looked at me and you went, damn it, I thought you were gay. And in that moment, I was like, what? What? And you said, me and your Auntie Heidi had a bet going on to see which of our kids would turn out gay, and we thought it would be you.
I don't know why wearing mascara made me think you weren't gay.
Because here I am, sitting here
wearing mascara. So gay.
So, cut to 7 years later, I did find out, indeed, there's fruitiness in this meat case that I live in.
Yeah.
But that's
rainbow-clad meat suit.
Yes, that is covered in rainbows right now. But that's one of my favorite stories.
Gay runs in the family.
Gay runs in the family.
I think probably everybody's in the I don't think that... I mean, you said it, like, the binary of straight, that's the default, is just such crap. Everybody's a little bit gay. Or whatever they are, just... Anyway.
Yeah.
We've used up our time.
We have. I love you.
I love you.
Mwah.
We have all received a gift, an expected or anticipated gift for a birthday, anniversary, retirement. Each time we receive that gift, whether it meets our expectation, we feel something. Happy, sad, disappointed. The gifts that are unexpected, unconditional, small or large, have the potential of changing the trajectory of a life. Someone pays for your groceries when you're out of money, leaves you a big tip just when you think you can't afford your rent. Those are the gifts that ease our fears, make us grateful, and want to help others. This is a space where we share how those gifts, big or small, make a difference and change our lives. Welcome to the Starfish Connection.